Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video about my experience with the Venomous training course level 1 with the rattlesnake Conservancy. I took it about a year ago. Back then they were called the Eastern Diamondback Conservation Foundation, but since then I've changed their name to support all rattlesnake species. But I did it probably about a year ago, and it was first done here. I think it was the first one done here in Georgia, and I actually did it through the Georgia Reptile Society, which I volunteer for rather consistently. Almost every weekend I'm out there volunteering and trying to educate the public about snakes and stuff. So basically we do support a lot of conservation projects and organizations. Anytime we do like Orion, and of course now the Rattlesnake Conservancy. When they first kind of started up, we sort of kind of jumped in and said, hey, what do you need help with? And they kind of wanted to do a course here in Georgia, and it was very successful. We've had a ton of people attend, and it was really awesome. So that's basically how I heard about Tony and Kim and of course Chase and their team. It was done really well. It was very safe. The first day they went through and they pretty much just taught us everything we needed to know about like the venomous snakes, answered any kind of questions, and it was like any kind of venomous snake. We mostly went over the ones that are here in Georgia, of course, because it's local, which they'll do that for any state that they're in. But they talked about all the different types of venom, how to treat a snake bite, how to approach it, and of course the education aspect, which is really what hit at home for me. I just recently got back into reptiles within the last few years. I've always loved snakes growing up. I grew up just watching it on TV, just absolutely falling in love with reptiles in general, especially snakes. I was a very misunderstood child, and I could definitely relate to that. But basically they really just got down on our level and sort of just shared their passion with us, and it really just kind of spoke through to me and really inspired me to take a step forward in wildlife, and especially with snakes, because they're so important to us. And you know, not everybody in the world really appreciates them like we do, and at least I do. So it was really just kind of nice to see a different person's perspective and their perspective on what they do, and trying to teach the public about how to confront people and how to talk to people about venomous snakes and why they're important, and you know, all the in between facts. And it really hit at home with me just to see their passion come off of them and inspire me. And like I said, it was done really safely. The second day we practiced on non-venomous snakes first. They went over how to put them in the bags, how to put them into the buckets, how to get them out of the buckets if they're in them, how to hook them, the proper ways of doing it without hurting them. Just all in. And of course, in a level 2, which I hopefully be able to do eventually, they go even deeper into that and how to safely put them in tubes and etc, etc. But so yeah, that was the second day. And then of course we got to train with the actual venomous snakes. We just did a few that are native to Georgia, like a copperhead, the water moccasin, and of course there was the Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake that some of us got a chance to experiment with as well. And how I use it, I really haven't delved deeply into wildlife like as a career yet. Right now I'm a teacher, but I do love to do relocations since I do work for or I do volunteer for adoptions and rescues. Sometimes we do get calls about relocating a venomous snake or non-venomous snake off of somebody's property. Also being able to just educate the public about rattlesnakes in general and how important they are. And what I really learned from them was just how to go about my way of method of relocating them. You know, if I want to eventually have my own venomous snake collection, I would love to do that, and I feel like I am confident enough from that course to be able to eventually do that and keep venomous snakes safely. I also just want to be able to take this information and kind of share it with the rest of the world, and you know, kind of share my passion the way they did. So basically that's all. That's my interview. Really short and simple and to the point. So thank y'all very much. Goodbye.